Now, first of all, let me say this, that I personally disagree completely with Fred Matiang'i's exit from the United Opposition Front so that he can go alone and vie for the 2027 elections, presidential bid, without Rigathi Gachagua, Kalonzo Musyoka, and other opposition leaders. The same way Musalia Mudavadi did way back in 2013 elections. Musalia Mudavadi decided to go alone to the ballot without Raila Odinga and Kalonzo Musyoka. But Musalia Mudavadi lost the elections terribly. My message is, if Matiang'i will go to that route, then Matiang'i will lose the elections terribly. There is no way that Matiang'i can unseat both Ruto and Raila Odinga without the support of the other opposition leaders. And also, currently, it is time for the opposition to remain undivided. It is very important to the 2027 elections. Even though we cannot deny the fact that currently there is a lot of cracks within the opposition. Like, for example, yesterday, the opposition leaders conducted a meeting. I want you to have a look at this photo here. You can see all these opposition leaders. The agenda of that particular meeting was to agree on how to field their candidates in the upcoming by-elections that will be conducted on the 27th of November. But these opposition leaders failed to agree on how they will field their candidates. So meaning, in the upcoming by-elections, all the political parties within the opposition will field their candidates separately. That clearly tells you that currently the opposition is just pretending to be together, but they are very divided. When you look at the broad-based government, both Ruto and Raila Odinga have already agreed to field candidates jointly. There are places where William Ruto and UDA will not field candidates in those by-elections. And there are places where Raila Odinga and ODM wataachia William Ruto. As simple as that. But these opposition leaders wamekataa kuachiana. They all want to field candidates. And that is how they will lose. Let me not go to that part because it is not important in this particular video. So I want us to go through this particular statement here from the Daily Nation e-paper, step by step. This statement talks about Fred Matiang'i's exit from the opposition and how Matiang'i is secretly crafting his own political outfit. Number one, Matiang'i will officially launch his own political party. A political party that he will use for his 2027 presidential bid. Number two, Fred Matiang'i is forming a new political alliance with Peter Munya from Meru and Wamunyoro, including Edwin Sifuna. I'll give you the details because it is right here. And that is why, if you can still remember, on the 17th of August, let me show you these photos. Fred Matiang'i held a rally in Meru and he was hosted by Peter Munya. Peter Munya is not part of Rigathi Gachagua's team or is not part of the opposition. And you can see that Matiang'i conducted a rally with Peter Munya without other opposition leaders. So you can clearly tell that Matiang'i currently ameanza kujitenga pole pole, because Matiang'i is doing all this behind Rigathi Gachagua and Kalonzo Musyoka's back. So Matiang'i lazima atakuwa kwa debe, with or without the support of Rigathi, Kalonzo and other opposition leaders. If you can still remember very well, about 2 weeks ago, Rigathi Gachagua's personal lawyer, a lawyer by the name Ndengwa Njiru, made it very clear that Rigathi Gachagua does not trust Fred Matiang'i in the opposition, because Matiang'i is William Ruto's mole, a state project in the opposition sent by the NIS. He said that Matiang'i is not even part of the opposition because Matiang'i is just in the opposition for a borrowed time. So my point here is, Rigathi Gachagua's personal lawyer, Ndengwa Njiru, was right 100% with those allegations against Fred Matiang'i. Let me just read for you this statement here. It says, Fred Matiang'i is a state project. The Gen Zs said they are partyless and leaderless. Then suddenly, they started hyping up Fred Matiang'i. Fred Matiang'i is an NIS project. Just listen. Matiang'i is an NIS project. The lawyer also raised concerns about Fred Matiang'i's commitment to the joint opposition activities, citing instances where Fred Matiang'i declined to participate in collective political tours. So, Matiang'i amekuwa akiboycott. He has been boycotting all the political events conducted by Rigathi and Kalonzo Musyoka. Tell me even a single rally that you have seen Matiang'i attend that is convened by Kalonzo and Rigathi Gachagua. Absolutely none. He has been boycotting all those rallies. Fred Matiang'i only attends the meetings conducted by the opposition. Like, for example, yesterday, during the meeting of the opposition leaders, Matiang'i was available there. Otherwise, Matiang'i anajitenga. So he's saying that when we were touring the country, we did not get to go to Kisii because Fred Matiang'i said he was not ready to return home. He did not even come to Narok with us. And he talks about the Meru event. He says that even in Meru, when Matiang'i jetted back to the country from the US, he did not inform other opposition leaders, Rigathi and Kalonzo Musyoka. And he held a rally in Meru hosted by Peter Munya, who is not even part of the opposition. So let me read for you this statement here from the Daily Nation e-paper. Let me show you. The headline is very good. It says, Inside Fred Matiang'i's roadmap to unseat President William Ruto in 2027. That headline is very good. Now let us go into the details. It says, follow this analysis keenly. The former Interior Cabinet Secretary, Dr. Fred Matiang'i, is quietly, you see, crafting his own 2027 presidential bid. And these are the strategies that Matiang'i is using. Number one, Matiang'i is blending policy pledges, coalition deals. He is forming or coming up with other coalition deals, apart from the Wamunyoro coalition. Grassroots mobilization strategy aimed at challenging President William Ruto grip in power. So Matiang'i is coming up with his own political outfit to challenge William Ruto in 2027. So lazima atakuwa kwa debe na anajitenga na Wamunyoro team. It says, after months of keeping a low profile, the once powerful minister in the Uhuru Kenyatta administration has resurfaced with fiery rhetoric, casting himself as reformist with the temperament, experience and networks to redeem Kenya from what he calls a failing regime. So Matiang'i is going straight to the ballot. Let me ask you, is Matiang'i making the right choice kujitenga na wenzake in the opposition so that he can go alone, come up with a new coalition to unseat Ruto and Raila Odinga in 2027? Is he making the right choice? Otherwise, Matiang'i's official exit from the opposition, the united opposition front, is already beginning. Let us wait and see how things will turn out to be. I want to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. But please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more political updates like this one. Remember, my name is Jason. I'm out. See you in my next video analysis.